Have a good time, but you take it easy.
Big
Thanks
up, bro.
a lot.
Big up, big up. My brother. Peak. Speaker's Corner. Mad thing.
What are you saying?
Recording, mate. How you doing? You alright?
Back! Come on.
What's happening? You alright?
I'm so happy you don't
How's it going?
understand.
What's happening?
I'm so happy. There's no Muslims that I
You
want.
doing? You alright?
Normal.
Except for the no Muslims, isn't it?
Thank you for asking me if you can fit. No, if they bring the Quran, it will keep you safe.
Coronavirus.
Mr. Rex, you look like him alright. That's why you.
What you say?
I'm so happy.
I'm still doing what you do.
Yeah, big
It's just a lockdown, you haven't been around, isn't it?
yeah, it's been a bit hard. But it looks like things are popping up here now. Damn.
Oh, Mr.
Versus
Rex, how's it
Pavlov.
going, bro?
How you doing? You alright?
Fist bump. Oh, no, I got
no.
Corona.
Oh no.
Joking.
I got corona.
Were you here yesterday on the thing?
Nah, I didn't come to that. What was that anyway?
It was pretty interesting. You know, I actually did some videos on my channel, so check out Pavlov in the response. I did some videos about
Yeah.
what happened.
Plug
But
the channel.
basically, first of all, people were around here, right? And there were lots of policemen in the very beginning. But there was still a bit more people, protesters. Eventually, they took Jeremy Corbyn's brother, Piers Corbyn, in, and that's actually what the news are focusing on. He actually wanted to get himself taken in because he wanted to send a message, and it worked. He got in the news, he spread the message. Eventually, people started kind of moving this way and that way over there. Then they moved over there, midway to the lake, right? Midway to the lake, and midway. The police surrounded us in a circle, almost complete surrounding. And they pulled out their AK-47s and they fucking shot us all to death. So now I'm dead, guys.
You're dead.
I'm joking.
Oh no.
So basically, they started making some arrests. They started asking people why they're here. They started asking people to leave. And basically, one policeman came near me and told me to leave. And if they see me again, they're gonna find me. So yeah, I think it was like £30, something like that. I didn't protest. I didn't go to prison. So here I am.
Were there a lot of
Didn't
protesters?
get fined. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a lot, but dozens of people got arrested. It's more people than it should be. Yeah, check out my book, The Devil's Game, on Amazon.
Check out the book.
I got. Did you buy the book? Did you buy? Did you only read it from her?
No, I didn't read it. I bought it. I read some of it. I looked at the picture.
You better rate
It's a very nice picture.
Rate the book. Rate the book. 5 stars. 5 stars and good comments. You
So
can
what were the
trolling
protesters saying and stuff?
Okay, now we're coming to the controversial part because I don't agree with most of the messages of the protests. There were plenty of people with conspiracy theories, with 5G, with get out of here, man! Get out of here! They were talking about 5G, about about the anti-vax, anti-vaccines. They were against vaccines. They were against Bill Gates and blah blah blah. And I don't trust Bill Gates myself. I don't trust him too much. Oh, we got my homie here. Yeah, on the YouTube channels they'll be like, "Oh, they're not social distancing. They just touched each other." Yeah, do the social distancing. But anyway, I don't agree with all of their messages, but I agree that the lockdown is pretty obsolete because there's plenty of regions in London where people never were doing any lockdown to begin with. And at this point, the death rate is even lower than it was before. It was always very low. The people who are getting sick are getting lower and lower. The amount of new sick people is getting lower and lower. Most countries in Europe are loosening the lockdown. China says that they've finished coronavirus, which I don't agree with. I don't trust them, but still. Fact remains, everybody's loosening up, and I think they should start, stopping the lockdown here because it's obsolete at this point.
What about like public transport and stuff? And
Public transport. Well, I'd like them to keep it free for a while. At least the buses are free. The buses are free right now. The tube is not free. The tube is the same as it was. Yeah, I think they should start restarting the public transport by the end of this month.
On Christianity, blind dog.
we're gonna
I got
have
a
a.
Bible right now.
Oh Lord, this is gonna.
Hater.
This is gonna.
Lying
This is
dog.
gonna get crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, he called me a dog. I better punch him, man. I better punch him right now. He definitely, he's definitely caught my, nerves.
So basically, premise one, yeah, I'm going to posit that you don't have a foundation for your, you don't have a foundation for your marriage about religion.
Is that it? Okay, I don't have a foundation.
You don't have a foundation.
Okay, so before I answer that, what's your foundation?
Well, you know what it is. My foundation, the foundation of my morality is good.
Sure. Your foundation of your morality is God, right? But what's the foundation of God?
God is eternal, so his foundation is
No, the foundation of God for you is your faith. It's you choosing to believe in God. That's your
You
foundation.
do know what the argument is.
Yeah,
Morality, the foundation.
yeah, about foundation. Look, my foundation for my morality is evolution. I think morality is an evolutionary trait. For example, if people look at that guy. Wow. I know, right? It's like he's skiing here on the asphalt. Anyway, the foundation of my morality is the development of mankind. It's history. It's evolution too. Because for example, through history, if you start killing people left, right, and center and raping them, blah blah blah, nobody's gonna want to live in a society with you, right? You're not gonna be able to coexist in a society, and people are going to ostracize you or kill you. Is that right?
That doesn't stop.
I mean, if you wanna get killed by people, sure. But with time,
It's not really a moral foundation. You know what I mean?
I think it is. I mean, it's self-preservation, man.
Remember, it's still subjective. What people actually mentally perceive as morally good is still
Yeah,
subjective.
sure. But for example, killing a
I
person
say
with
the
for
objective
no reason.
of that morality.
Steve there.
See what I'm going
The objective morality. But that's the thing, I don't believe in objective, absolute, unquestionable morality.
That's what I
And he
said.
says that as an absolute statement of
I don't
fact.
say it as
That's
an
what I mean, it
absolute
is an
statement.
absolute statement.
I already told you that the other guy's argument was incorrect because he
You didn't
said
say that. You
No,
would
no, hold
say
on.
that, but there's
the
no
guy
real, so
said
let's
the
go
guy
to
said
the
that proof presupposes truth. That's
Yes.
not how it is. Proof presupposes probability.
No. Probability presupposes absolute statistics. There has to be 100% to be 70% accurate. There has to be an accuracy.
All statistics are an approximation. No statistics are absolute.
No, if I ask you, are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? Then I have out of 3, a 33.3% statistic. It's a fact.
What if some of us lie? What if some of us
Then
are
there's
different
no
kinds of
objective
Christians?
morality in you.
There isn't.
It's subjective for
It
you,
is.
but for the rest of us, it's not.
For
I
me,
can
it's
prove you that
objective.
it is
For you,
subjective.
it's
I've given you
subjective.
statistics. 2.2 billion Christians, 1.6 billion Muslims presuppose an absolute truth. If you want to go by probability, the probability is you're incorrect, you're in the minority.
Oh. Ow!
First of all,
Flash at a
here we
time.
go. The mic drops. I'm victorious. I won. I won. Applaud me. Applaud me.
You got
Applaud.
beat up by a woman.
All right, let's face that. Well, let's face it. That's absolutely preposterous, and I'll tell you why. Because Christians don't follow the same thing as Muslims, and Muslims
It's the same.
don't follow the same thing as Christians, and non-Christians follow the
That's a
same
false
thing.
argument you're making.
Christians follow different ideologies. Their perception of
about
God
ideology.
is different.
That is not my demographic. My demographic is billions of people who believe in absolute truth, goodness, truth. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, the word good, like in the dictionary. Hang on. Hold up.
Make it true.
No, but the probability that you appeal to indicates that you are in a minority statistic. Atheists also believe in the absolute truth of the absence of God. They believe in it. They do.
I'm not an atheist, first of all. That's your first mistake.
She didn't say the word.
So then you're an agnostic. You're an
Yeah, but
atheist
she said like
agnostic, like 2 meters. Yeah, exactly. So an absolute atheist believes in the absolute non-existence of any supreme morality or God.
What have you got over there, man? You got camera over there.
Look at all this social distancing we're having here. But yeah, anyway, guys, look. Just because you believe in something vehemently doesn't make it true.
Do you believe that vehemently? What you just
What?
said?
In what I just said? I believe in it pretty vehemently.
Hold
But
on,
it doesn't make it true.
It doesn't exactly.
Doesn't
my
make
point.
it true.
Exactly
So you don't
my
know
point.
what
If you
talking about.
hold on. If you guys, A person who thinks he's got all the answers figured out is not something trustworthy.
Sounds like you though.
If you want
with all due
somebody, if you want some, I keep telling you that I'm not sure.
You know,
100%.
the only thing you know
if
is you
what
know
I'm saying
nothing.
is absolute
Is that it?
truth.
You don't know what you're talking
Like
about.
Socrates.
You don't know what you're
Socrates.
talking about.
Guys,
Exactly.
okay. Let me give you a quick test. A quick test if this conversation is worth having. What is the what is
The arrogance comes off in waves.
because you keep using fallacies. Look,
But it's not a fallacy.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
Objective morality
question.
is
You
not
know,
a
do you know the
fallacy.
quote of Socrates?
Yes,
I know.
about young boys?
No.
No.
There you go, young
I know
boys.
that
There
one.
you go, going for pedophilia.
There's no Muslims around.
No. He's not
there's
a
no
Catholic priest. Anyway, Socrates had a quote,
Yeah.
which is, "I know that I know nothing."
Yes.
What does that quote mean?
He didn't actually. He
What
said,
did he say?
come on,
Didn't say that. That's actually from Descartes.
Where you going?
From who?
Descartes.
Descartes.
No, Descartes is, I think,
Descartes.
thus I am.
And he also said, I know that I know nothing. He has spoken.
Yeah, he might have said that, but Socrates was before Descartes.
Yes, yes. And Socrates, what he said was that I might exist of knowing nothing, but that I know.
I know that I know nothing.
No, if it, my position
What
is
did I
so
say?
different. No, but it's
So
a
basically you don't know what you're
contradiction
talking about.
in terms, if you say I know.
What does that
I know
quote
nothing,
mean?
It means it's a contradiction. It's a logical fallacy. You cannot know that you do not know anything because the knowing of that.
There you go. You guys
refutes
don't
the
understand it.
purpose.
You guys don't
What do you mean
understand
don't
the quote.
understand it? I just explained it to you.
I know that
You
I don't
explained
know
it
what the
wrong.
capital of the land between
That's
is.
fine.
True.
That's one
Well, then that's
item.
true.
No, nothing supposes everything is negated. You know nothing. You cannot possibly then know that you know anything. You know nothing. You don't know that you know nothing. You just know nothing.
You're right. That's what the quote means, but that's not what she said.
That is what I just said.
Yeah, that is
I mean, the whole thing.
No, it's
says
not.
What are you talking
You
about?
said that the quote makes no sense, when in reality
Logically, it makes no sense.
It makes all the sense in the
How
world.
do you know if you know nothing? Your sum total of knowledge is zero. How do you know anything?
Because the presupposition of the quote is that I know that I don't know anything for certain. Because the more you learn,
but
the
you're
more.
reading
Hold
an
on, hold on.
exegesis into it. He didn't say that.
Hold on.
I'm
Hold
holding.
on. Look, the more you learn, the more you
The less you
notice.
know.
No, the more you learn, the more you notice flaws in human knowledge. The
Yes.
more you notice that everything you see is a perspective, not the truth.
Yes.
Everything you hear is an opinion, not a fact. That's
And
another
now
quote by
answer.
Marcus Aurelius.
And now answer. Use your own words. Let's
there you
find
go.
out.
But I'm quoting
Now
them because I agree
answer.
with them.
Now answer this logical inconsistency.
You quote the
If
Bible,
you
I
know-
quote philosophers.
If you know, I study philosophy. If you know nothing, and we suppose that that is truth, not absolute, but for the given sum total of this conversation, it is true. You know zero, nada.
That's not what
How,
it means.
Wait, how can you put you're doing eisegesis? You're imposing your view into the text. The text is clear.
But then aren't you
I
taking
know
it ad
that I know
absurdum
nothing.
yourself?
He's just changing the subject from
Aren't you taking it-
paedophilia. That's what he's
You
doing.
turned it into a subject of
Exactly what you're doing.
pedophilia.
Both of you, and it's like. It's
It's
At the end of the day, there's only
That's a
one
fact.
thing.
Yes, it is, but
There you go.
You don't
Amen.
know what you're
you can't
talking
reduce
about.
it to it's
No, I can't.
Don't know what
He
you're
can't.
talking
He
That's
can't
not what the
insult
quote
me.
No, no, no,
He's
it's-
telling me
no, no,
that
it's-
he's
Go on.
an authority on philosophy, apparently. He's telling me what
By
it
knowing
means.
that my knowledge is flawed, I have more knowledge than you.
Is that right? I don't say that I know everything. I say God alone knows everything.
Because you're saying you know that God exists. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's absolute
I
knowledge.
think
You can't
a
have it.
truer statement of what you said that would be logically consistent would be to say the more I know,
The
the
less
less I know.
Yes.
Pavlov doesn't know what he's talking about.
You know what I mean?
Pavlov doesn't know what he's
The
talking
older I get, the more I realise
Yeah,
that I
mathematics
don't
is an
know
interesting
much
example.
about as much
You know,
as I
David
did when I was a
Hume,
teenager.
I already gave this example
Wait,
many
what
times.
about
You know, there's
more
more
about
to
it.
learn.
Hold on.
Exactly.
David Hume divides
Every
knowledge into
door
three different
opens
values.
another.
That would be an
Relations
But
of
don't come with
ideas,
sense
matters of
now,
fact,
sir. That's
and
ridiculous.
observed
You
regularity.
know,
The most uncertain is the observed regularity,
See?
because it's the prediction about our future.
Wearing
It's
out
what we can predict about our future. For example, I'm going to take a step forward, I'm going to move forward,
paper
right?
round,
But it's very uncertain because it's based on our senses. Measures of fact is you're standing right here in front of me, right at this moment. It's
Absolutely.
also dependent on our senses, so it's also flawed.
Even if
Now,
you're blind,
hold
he's
on.
still standing
Hold
there.
on, hold on, please.
Pavlov, you do like the stage, darling.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He asked
He
me a
doesn't know what
question,
he's
I'm
talking
answering.
about.
He asked you a question, you're answering to him.
Everybody
It just goes, it boils down to those words. That's all. It just boils down to those words.
No, I meant statement.
Okay, look, I asked you a question.
I didn't ask
What
you a
is
question.
there that you can...
I said
What
that
is
there's
it
some
that you
things that
can
we
be for
do know for certain, and
some
that
we
is
don't.
mathematics.
Sure. But
It's
that,
not a question.
okay, mathematics is a relation of idea. It's a group of relations of ideas. You know, for example, 1 + 1 = 2. That's an absolute reality, right?
It could
Unless
never,
one is a given value of 3.
no,
What is an absolute
it could
reality?
never be any other way.
Doing something.
Okay.
You could use
1 + 1 = 2, right? We all accept that that's absolute. Except if you link that knowledge to the real world. For example, one man.
equals 5.
Hold on. 1 man + 1 man = 2 men, right? We're both men, but we don't have the same height.
Don't assume gender, darling.
We don't
Well,
look
this
the
is my
same
gender.
way. We don't weigh the same amount of the same amount of kilograms, which means we're not exactly completely the same. We're different from each other. So saying 1 + 1 man + 1 man = 2 men is an approximation. It's not an absolute. Yes, it is, because we're not exactly the same. Yes, it is an
You are
approximation.
identified as a man,
Did
whether
you
you
hear
have
what I was
one
saying?
leg
Yes, and I
or
disagree.
0
You're just
hands.
going off the point. You're going off the point. You're going off the point,
How
man.
does that change the
You don't know what you're talking
How
about.
does that
Just
change
admit
the
it. Just admit you don't know what you're talking about. That's it.
One at a time. One at a time.
How does that change the mathematical? How does that change the mathematical predicate? 1 + 1 is 2. How does that change the mathematical predicate?
It doesn't.
So then you
No, but the mathematical code only exists in the world of imagination.
No, it
It
doesn't.
doesn't exist in our world.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so can you imagine a situation in a different? Can you imagine a situation when 1 + 1 is not 2?
Yes, me and you.
No.
1 man + 1 man = 2 men. Yes, we are men. No, we're not the same.
I didn't say we were saying the mathematical
But it
value
means
is
it's an
still the same.
approximation.
No, it's not.
It is an approximation
No, it's
because
not.
we're different.
We have different men, but it's not different.
Go ahead.
It's not a different mathematical predicate.
Who?
It's not a different mathematical
That's a
predicate.
mathematical thing. You're
It's
basically
absolute.
you're reducing things
Pigs are
down,
coming.
right? So if we go down to the plane or just above,
Not
then
all
we can have
different
a
mathematical predicate.
No, but it's an approximation.
No, it's not an
It is.
approximation.
It is.
It's only an
Look,
approximation.
me and you.
Yeah, but
1
me
man,
and you
1
are
man,
made up
2 men.
Because we're different, because we have different weights.
Exactly.
A
Pavlov
hydrogen
already
atom and a
admitted that's not
hydrogen
what he's
atom
talking about, so it's
are
argument's not.
identical.
It's an approximation,
No, it's
man.
not.
It is an approximation. How am I wrong?
Absolutely wrong.
How am I wrong?
Because a hydrogen atom
Right
is
now,
a
the
hydrogen
mathematical
atom. It's not a
predicate
different
is
weight to another hydrogen atom. Its atomic weight is exactly the same as the other hydrogen atom.
Yeah, but I'm
Therefore,
saying men.
1 + 1 of those will always be 2. You're just saying men because it's of course
I'm relating a rule of the absolute
Okay.
world of theory of maths
here
to
we
the
go.
real world,
Here
to
we go.
us.
No. Form your statements correctly. So, 2 men. So you say we are both male. 1 male + 1 male will always equal 2 male between us. Amount of eyes, 2 eyes, 2 eyes, will always equal 4 eyes between us.
Sure.
If you start going into how much weight we have or how good our eyesight is, of course they're
Because
gonna
it's
be
an
different.
approximation.
Because they are approximations.
Yes,
But
because it's not exactly the same
No,
thing.
your point was that all mathematics is approximation.
No,
1 +
my
1
point is
always
when
an
you link
approximation.
mathematics to the real world, it becomes an
No, it's not, I just
approximation.
did. Apply it to things that the Planck legs were just above. Apply it to atoms, apply it to electrons, apply it to photons. And then it becomes absolute.
Even the atoms are not exactly the same.
Yes, they are. Oh, come on.
You being a man does not. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I've told you so. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
How do you know whether I know or not? what
You
I'm
just
talking
said you don't know what you're talking
Why
about.
are you
Hydrogen
trusting
atom is
me?
different
Maybe
to a
I'm lying.
hydrogen atom.
No, you believe there's no absolute
Maybe
truth,
hold
so
on.
you don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe I know what I'm talking about.
No,
Maybe
you
I'm
don't
just
believe in
lying.
what you're talking about.
Maybe I do
You
believe, but I'm
don't believe in
lying.
what you're talking about. So you don't
How do you know that? How do
You
you know
said
that?
it yourself.
Maybe I'm lying.
You
Why
said
are
it's
you
not absolute
trusting
truth, so
me?
you don't know what you're talking about. So what
Bro,
are you
my
saying?
point is knowledge is flawed. It's not absolute.
Your knowledge. Your knowledge.
Unless you're family.
All of our knowledge is flawed.
No, your
Argument is stupid.
Your knowledge is absolute.
Williams.
What, elbows?
Let's go for a shit.
No, he does. Oh,
Shit.
I just got blanked. Devastated.
Don't ever think that you've got trust in your woman with your money.
Why?
Rob you of your money, your time, they don't care about you.
What do you mean?
They're
You removed the subscriber from me,
Don't say all
man.
of it.
Don't do that.
I was just phoning. I was just
Basically,
on
Gary.
my computer, and it's not. So
Please have to bring down the operations. I shouldn't swear right now.
Don't make my videos. I'm not joking with my phone. It's like a shower. It's a shower.
No, he told me I'm a massive Islamophobe.
Okay, so how's everything going? I looked at Hyde Park, and yeah, so we'll just, you know. Okay.